Hello and welcome. I'm glad that you found my short video series. This was episode 1 of 11. I'm retired Major Brent Golombieski in the Air Force. Because of my last name, it was shortened to G11, so now I just go by G most of the time. So, retired Major G for the rest of this series is how I'll be introducing myself. For this video, I wanted to first start off with my history, where I came from, my kind of journey through the Air Force, share it with you, and then hopefully throughout this video series you'll be able to glean some knowledge that I picked up along the way on lots of different things that I wish I would have known when I was younger. Now, if you'd like to follow along, all this is in my book. Each chapter goes off of an acronym, U.S. Air Force Airman. And if you're in the Air Force right now, you know that the Air Force loves their acronyms. If you're not, you'll soon find out that they do. And so each episode I'm going to go over one of the letters and what it means, what I learned as I progressed through the Air Force, and all the things that I wish I would have known as a younger man. I'm kind of telling myself all these things, and hopefully you'll be able to take this knowledge and apply it to not only an Air Force career, but also life in general too. So a lot of this stuff is life lessons, and I just wanted to share my story with all that. Now, to begin, I grew up in Michigan, blue-collared family, graduated from high school, and then went to college for a semester, decided that college was not it. I was not really enjoying it at all, and kind of dropped out after one semester. Ended up starting to work at Sam's Club, where I had a job as a tire mounter and doing some other things. Realized that kind of was a dead-end job, wasn't really going to go anywhere. Then I got some advice that I should join the Air Force. At first I was looking at the Marines and some other branches, but the Air Force seemed like the best fit for me. So my journey started then. So I went to the recruiter. Back then it was a lot different, didn't know as much stuff as we do nowadays. So now with the internet today, you can learn so much more. So if you're looking to get into the Air Force, make sure that you do your own research, find out what the different jobs are, and kind of pick something that suits you. Back then the recruiter had a big book. He told me, hey, based on your ASVAB scores, these are the ones that you can choose from. I had pretty decent scores in electronics and mechanical stuff, so I kind of went that direction. He looked at it and was like, hey, what about these ones? I ended up picking electronic warfare, which ended up pushing me to work on F-16s, working on jamming enemy radars and stuff like that with it. From there, I was looking into everything and decided that, hey, maybe the officer career path would be a good one. And that was mainly because I had two supervisors that were going to night school, getting their bachelor's degree, and they were kind of pushing it on me, saying, hey, this would be a good idea. And so I thought about it and decided, yeah, you know what, I think that's a good course of action to, get the free schooling that the military offers, get my bachelor's degree, and then become an officer, and then figure out what I want to do with the rest of my career that way. After going to night school and finishing up my degree through kind of an accelerated course, was able to finish my bachelor's degree in a year, applied for officer training school, and got accepted. Well, along the way, my commander took me in and asked me what job I wanted to have. And so I just wanted to be an officer at the time, so I had a whole bunch of different things on there, like logistics and that stuff. But then he gave me a speech saying that officers, they have their own rank and file system, and pilots are here, and all other officers are here. And so he recommended that I put in a package to become a pilot. And lo and behold, I had 0 flight hours, but had worked my tail off as an enlisted troop, and my commander thought I was good enough for it and got some letters of recommendation and got accepted to become a pilot. From there, I went through Columbus, Mississippi, got my pilots, or went through the fixed wing portion, went through drop night, kind of wanted to fly helicopters, ended up getting my wish, went down to Fort Rucker, flew flew Hueys down there, and then ended up going all over the circuit, almost all of the bases for flying Hueys, and that's how I ended my career, was flying Hueys for the last 17 years of it. From the start to the stop, I did a little bit of everything, kind of did flight commander, I was an ops supervisor, instructor, evaluator, safety officer, so the whole gambit. And so with my background, and once I retired, I kind of looked back at it and said, hey, there's a lot of things that I wish I would have known, just would have helped me with some missteps that I did. And so I wanted to convey that and share that with the younger generation. And so I ended up writing my book. I've also turned it into an audiobook too, so if you'd like to listen to it on your way to work, or just in the car, or wherever you guys do, that'd be great too. You can find it on Amazon. I'm going to share the links as well on the bottom, and wherever I'm going to put on the video too, so we'll see how this goes. And just stay tuned for the next video, and we'll get on to that U in the U.S. Air Force Airman acronym. And hope to see you there, and hopefully it'll be a fun journey for all of us. See ya.